Good morning, early birds. So in my last live, which I have since deleted because I didn't much finished and the title was deceiving. I could have changed the title, but it ended up just to be a crap chat. Wasn't a lot of work going on. So I am up extremely early this morning and I thought we'd work on this journal. So one of the next things I want to do, I'm going to call this page complete, except for I want to put a little definition or, actually, I'm going to use a thesaurus because there's so many flowers on this, I would like to do bloom. So I'm going to find the word bloom and see how descriptive it is in this one. This is the large print, so I like it a little better. Well, blossom is in here, and it says flower bloom, flowered bud. So let's check this one. This one's a bit smaller print, but I like it because it's more aged. So I'm going to find bloom in here. Yeah, bloom is a lot more descriptive in here. So we're going to cut out bloom. Well, we're going to tear out bloom. And we're going to leave blooper behind if we can. Okay. And then for the top, this is bloodthirsty. I'm probably not going to use that. See if I can tear that out. Okay, so I got the little bloom. This one was a lot better than this, although this was large print. As you can see on this, bloom only said 4 words. Well, it has blossom, flower, glow, blush, flush, 5 words. So I really like this one better, and it's naturally aged. So now I kind of have to decide where to put it. I have a little piece of paper here that I've sewn on craft, and I made this little pocket, which I decided to try with the presser foot down, and it's really bad, like really, really, really bad. So that is not going to work. But we could put this on a yellow piece of paper and kind of tear the edge and then glue it down. Or let's see here. We could do the craft or this, this. That might be fun since it's already got all the flowers punched in it. To kind of pop that on there and then tear it a little bit. Let's try that and see what we get. I'm going to try and tear some of the cut edges off. Yeah, top. So let's see how that looks on there. Does that look weird? I think that's kind of cool, like the negative space part. I don't know though. It looks like I just ran out of paper too. Not sure if I like that. Let me see. I've also got, I think maybe a piece of cloth even. Oh, I have this where I made that pocket. And that's kind of a muted yellow. That'd be better because I like this zigzag. Oh, I found these too. I forgot I have these teeny tiny little plastic envelopes from a billion years ago. When I was looking through for a baggie, I found these little envelopes. They're by Stickos, probably like circa 2000 something. They were $2.99 each. That's ridiculous. But we could probably do that too. So we could cut it out with pretty scissors or we could tear it. I'm going to tear it. I'm going to tear it so I can age it a little bit. And instead of, I don't have yellow ink, but I'm going to go ahead and use the coffee or sepia. I don't know. Okay. There's that. There's that. That's why I save tiny pieces of paper. Let me put these books back up. Get my ink. So I'm just going to get my little set. I don't want to, I don't know. Actually, I think this might look better. This red geranium kind of looks maroon on the yellow. So you know what? Let's do this piece out of the trash. Just look at it real quick. Because it may be better. All right. So it looks a little pinky. Yeah. And that's not the one, but all right. So let's try the coffee. I think the coffee or the sepia. Sepia is kind of more orange, so that's probably the one that's going to work the best. Let's look at the sepia. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Okay. So let's do a little bit. This is why I tear up too, because the core of the paper is white. And when you tear up, it exposes more of that white core, and that'll suck that ink up better. So that's nice. Okay. So I'm going to get my art glitter glue. Glue this down. Look how dirty that is. I need to probably clean that tip. I should have soaked it in water last night. I'm almost out, so I kind of want to switch to the new bottle. I'm so excited. I'm always excited when I have a new bottle of art glitter glue waiting. There we go. Okay, so there's my definition of bloom. It's a little bigger than I thought it would be. So, I guess we're going to put it right down here at the bottom. Or right up here in the corner. Actually, I kind of like it up here. It's on the back here. Yeah, we can do that. Let's do it up here, and I'll leave a little of the edge hanging off in case anybody wants to tuck anything under there. And stamp it on this paper. Come on, art glitter glue, you can do it. So I'm going to call this page done. don't want to use up the lined page when, you know, people can write in it. Okay. I also have this fun little tidbit, and I need some yellow up here. So I think I'm going to age that and put that up there just for the heck of it. It's double-sided, but when you flip over the zigzag and turn the presser foot down and just kind of pull it through real fast, that's what you get. So I'm not a seamstress. I'm not. And my machine is the white zigzag from the 1940s. So still kicking. But it only has 2 stitches. So when you only have a straight and a zigzag, you kind of got to get creative, I guess, and figure out a way to make it look a little different. Mine look wonky anyway, because I can't seem to get the hang of it. I really regret now not paying more attention in home ec. I'll leave that out just in case. Okay, so I'm going to put a little glue on that just to get it stick down. Here. So I like the 3s, the rule of 3s, and since the brightest color is yellow, I've got yellow, yellow, and yellow. Actually, I've got more, 4, so, but the bold yellow. Okay, I broke a rule. All right, so this page I have done almost nothing to. I think on this page I'm just going to, I thought about saving it for pictures, but I think I'm going to attach a bag here or here. So, or maybe one of these little envelopes, or make a pocket even. This paper is real antique graph paper, and in order to make it stronger, I added a little washi tape to the edge. But I have these bags. So I actually have a ton of bags. Okay. So these bags are smaller bags, and these are used, but I could cut them down and re-glue them so that they don't look so pitiful. That one's kind of long. I kind of feel like this red polka dot, but no, that may be a little bright, but I do like it. So these are Tuesday morning bags. This I got from Lisa at Made Him to Create in a Happy Mail, and I believe there's a matching, yep, there's a little matching die cut in there for that. She pinned the top of those and sent me some goodies in there. I think we're gonna have to go smaller. Let me see what I got. I have these Joann's bags too. Oh, those are big. All right, let me put these back because I think that they're all kind of on the big side for what I want to do. So I'm going to leave that brown bag out because I do think I'm going to use that somewhere in this journal because I love it and it's gorgeous. Good. My dog's outside barking at 5 in the morning. I'm sure my neighbors are going to love me. All right, so this is a little smaller. I do have a few of these left. This is that's probably about the perfect size. So I should just, let me put these up and get them out of the way. These are Dollar Tree bags. This is just grocery bags. These are Dollar Tree bags. These are Dollar Tree bags. These are Dollar Tree bags. And the rest, most of these I got at Joann's Fabrics in those Mrs. Sparkle dollar bins. A couple I may have got Tuesday morning. This is the DIY shop. I'm pretty sure I got these at Tuesday morning. Okay, so I can glue a bag here or here or here. I kind of want to do it down here, but then I want someone to be able to put pictures on the back, but it really needs more stability to ride on. I don't know. I can't decide. Actually, I think I'm going to do it here. Yeah. Because this kind of, you can see through to this page since this is smaller. So let's do that. Actually, I might put one on both sides. I'm not sure. Good, good, good. Now this will add some strength to this page. Oh my God, what? Oh, he's unhappy. Okay, here's what just happened. Thad let the dog in and then he left again. He went out. So yeah, very, very unhappy dog right now. He's mad. He's like, you tricked me. I don't know what's going on out there. Say, what's going on out there? What happened? What happened? Yeah, that's an odd pocket for sure, but we're gonna stop. I'm live. Not that anybody's in here yet, but you never know. Yeah, I know. You came in and he went out. I know it's upsetting. I know. Stop, Mr. Demanding. You don't need out. If you needed out, he would have took you with him. He's obviously doing something that's not doggy friendly. What? I don't know, but I know this is not going to show, but I'm going to go ahead and age it anyway, in case when it's glued down, anybody flips up the side or the pocket unravels a little bit.
Which part?
I know. What is? He's mad. You let him in and you went out. He's upset with you. I know, he's bad. Okay. All right, so on the opposite side, we're going to go ahead and put this down. Did you? Yeah. He's like, I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. How are we going to put this? I'll make sure it's not too crooked up here. Okay. So now we have the wonky sewn pocket. Terrible, terrible sewing. Terrible sewing, Dana. But nonetheless, a sewn pocket. Wanted some sewn elements in here, and I got them. Okay, so let's see if we have a little bag. Will a little bag fit in there? No. All right, so we'll just make a tag. We'll make a tag for that pocket. So let's have a look, see what we've got left of this coordinated paper. Also, I have these. So you know what? Look at that. I have these already cut down. Nice. And what else do I have? This library pocket, I have this postcard. No. Time card would fit in there. You should fold it in half. Put it in, right? How can we fold it so that, oh, it's going to be upside down, but okay. I'll stick a time card in. Remember that popping on, right? You know what? Time card's not going to fit. Oh, no. Oh, no. Let's see what's in there. Yes. We shouldn't have folded it all the way, though. We, when I say we, I mean you. All right, that was my fault. Okay, we can make something fun out of this. I still have this yet to be used. Oh, that's for the other journal. I'm sorry. I'm getting my stuff mixed up here. And then I have these too. I really like those. And back in the day, I think I bought about 4 colors of these at a yard sale or an antique booth or something. Let's see, that's too short too. So this, oh, that's perfect. Okay, so let's just trim that down just a hair, just a little, just a wee bit. And get some fancy scissors. That's not the ones I want. I thought it was. It is not. All right, let's just get some standard old pinky shears on this thing. How about that? What did I say we wanted that? We want it about the second row letters. So let's go down here. Yep. Put that in there, like so. Perfect. Okay, let's stick that down there for decoration. Or not. Okay. And then over here, what did we say we were going to do? That's too wide. This is awfully bright, but let's stick a couple of cards, journaling cards in there. So we can put pictures, we can put cards here, we can put whatever. We've got a blank card here. So now we need to look at this. I kind of don't want to do anything back here. I kind of want to let the receiver do that. So maybe we'll do just some detail work. Add a little blingy bling here and there, and then leave it. We should decorate this little pocket. Not that. That doesn't really go, does it? Oh, we can put the word journal on here. We're right. Let's see what we've got. Let's look up journal. This is a new one. I got this one not too long ago, so it doesn't have all the good words torn out. Journal. Almanac, Chronicle, Record, Periodical, Publication, Newspaper, Magazine, Daily. Actually, I like where it says jot. It says write, note, scribble, record. Bit or iota. So jot and journal and journalist and journey are all together. That would be super fun. All right, let's get the ruler. Close this up. Ah, really? I'm about to. Okay. I'm about to mess it up anyway. Dana, do this. Alright. Full page out. Some of the cheese is on now. Okay, so I'm gonna take this. So we're going to take the word jot to journey. This must be a little kids because there's a lot more words in between there. But I think that would be fun to put on here. Yes, 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 yes. Should we keep this? Judgmental? I don't think so. Just, justification, justify, juxtapose. Keen, sharpest, keen. We might turn keen out of that. I like jolly. Should put that in my Christmas stuff. Okay, so we're going to trim down the edges straight, not torn, so that it fits the envelope perfectly, like it was made for this envelope. The scissors back. I never put my scissors back and then I can't find them. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay, that's so cute. I love that. Okay, then what else are we going to put on here? Let's see, I'm kind of doing 2 pages at once. I really should not do that, but yeah, should not. Let's see, what else do we have after this? We have, that one's kind of done, and that one's kind of done. So I kind of want to put something over here. We still have that to do, and that. I want to put a tag foot in that. We have a huge page back here to do, so not to worry, Dana. All right, so I kind of want to put like a typewriter or something on here. I should have probably stamped it before the bag was down, but let's go ahead and give it a whirl. Typewriters. I have all my stamps divided into themes. So I think all my cameras and my typewriters are together. Yes, they are. All my vintagey stuff is in one bag. Well, hi. Jenny, I'm sorry. I'm just talking to myself. I didn't think anybody was up this early. I thought, well, if somebody watches the replay, I should probably say something. Look at this I got. I found this in this this large print journal. Kind of has like shorter synonyms in the thesaurus. And so I found this, and I think this is so cool. Look, it says jot, to write, note, scribble, or record. And then it says journal, almanac, chronicle, record, blah, blah, blah. And then it says journalist. And then it says journey. So I thought all those words would be cool to put in this envelope with this paper. So thank you. What are you doing up so early, girly? I saw your video. I didn't get to see empanadas, though. I fell asleep early. But I went to bed watching your video, and that was it. You were like, we're going to make empanadas, but I just ate. And you were talking about that you guys went out to eat, and you were full, and you were all cheerful and cute, and I'm glad you're feeling better. And then that was it. I was out. I was like, dang it. So I have yet to learn to make empanadas. Not that I won't learn, because I know I can go replay it. I wish I'd have stamped this before I glued this bag down. I hope this, I'm going to put a little typewriter at the bottom. And I should probably put this on an actual stamp, like, I call it acrylic block. I'm a wee bit lazy today. Yay! Okay, so that came out okay. Oh, you did? Oh, so I didn't miss empanadas. Were you live? I didn't see you live. Or did you record it? Because when I logged on, I always look to see if anybody's on. And I was like, let's see what's happening in the YouTube world. And I didn't see. But you know what? Look at this tiny typewriter. Isn't that cute? Let's type something. Own your... Ooh, I like this. Own your story. Look, I have this tiny little typewriter print. It says own your story. You know what? I think I'm going to put that on there because I like it. I like it a lot. You're on my hours now. You know what? I work night shift will mess you up. And once you get messed up, because I've been off for a few days, once you get messed up, you can't get back. It's impossible. Just when you say, I always say, oh, I'm going to stay up today. So, and then you know what? Yeah. Then you know what happens? I eat. Once I eat, that's it. I'm sleepy. Any carbohydrates at all, I'm out. All right. I hope this does good. Oh, it says own your story, but it looks like typewriter print. Can you see? My camera sucks. Let me see. Own your story. I really need a better. This webcam is from like, I don't know how long ago. Well, when me and Thad lived in separate towns and we were just dating, we used to Skype, and that was 2011. So, oh, neuropathy does. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that. That's awful. I know I have a lot of patients, especially as a night shift nurse. I have a lot of patients that wake up and complain and about neuropathy, and it's very frustrating because it's hard to treat, and it is it's uncomfortable, and it's frustrating for me as a nurse because I'm the fix-it person. I have a pill that can fix a lot of. Well, I can fix a lot of stuff, right? Can't poop. You poop too much. You're puking. You got a headache. You got whatever. I got a pill. I got a pill for it, and I can go get it or call the doctor and get it. And so as a nurse, you're kind of a fix-it person, right? But neuropathy, not everything works on everybody. And it's very frustrating to me as a nurse to not always be able to treat that pain. And so a lot of the meds that they prescribe, you have to be on them for a little while. And it's a matter of getting to a therapeutic level in your bloodstream and taking them for a while. And then sometimes that doesn't always help either. So it's like, it's terrible. I'm sure your doctor gets frustrated too because he wants to help you, You want to flip through since you're the only one here? It's painful. I'm taking meds for my pains. They give me morphine and Vicodin. Oh my gosh. Well, what about treating the nerve pain? There is things that are non-narcotic for neuropathy, things like Cymbalta and gabapentin and things that they give people long term that, patients do report they help after a time. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. It is a matter of everybody being different and them trying stuff. You've learned to live with it. I'm the same way. I have a couple chronic issues, and I think that when you do tolerate it enough, you do start to become, your threshold starts to become higher. Do you know what I mean by that? Like your pain tolerance becomes higher. It didn't work. Well, so you have tried other things. I can tell you this, I remember my mom seeing an interview. What was his name's wife? Heather Mills. Okay. Paul McCartney, after his wife died, remarried that model. Do you remember Heather Mills? She had one leg. And she was on like Jay Leno or something one night, and she was talking about the accident where she lost her leg. And she said initially it didn't hurt. She didn't even know her leg got cut off. And people surrounded her very quickly in the accident. I guess she was biking, I think, and got hit by a car or something. Anyway, she was in a very busy area. People came to her aid. They told her, don't move, don't move. And she kept feeling like, why not? I'm going to get up. Like she felt like I'm okay. I don't feel like I'm hurt. And she looked down and saw her leg was missing. And she still thought in her mind, why can't I feel this, that this doesn't hurt? But what happened to her was initially, of course, you have the adrenaline, but her brain, as a protective mechanism, made opiates, treated her pain. And so what happens when we take pain pills is that override. Our body is innately lazy, and it will stop making its own pain control, which is why when people do get on pain pills, when they first get off, they can stub their toe and it feels like they broke their toe. So they feel like they can't live without them, but it takes more time for your body to start being able to make those replacement opiates again. Oh my gosh, I know. And you know what? When I first heard your story, and I'm sad to say this, I stopped watching your channel for just a minute because I was so shocked and brokenhearted. You seem so sweet. I can't stand the thought. It makes my heart hurt because I was just brought up in such a Brady environment. I can't even imagine. And I stopped watching initially because I was like, oh, I can't absorb it. But then I did go back and I loved watching you, and you were so cheerful. And I kept thinking, how did she get through all of this? So, there's people that never get over that, though. They never get over that. But you have somehow said, I'm not going to let that stop me today. I'm not going to let that make me become something I'm not. I'm not going to harbor all this, resentment. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to do all these things. And by watching your channel, that is so encouraging to see you say, yeah, this was my reality. And good for you. Good for you. Because I don't know that I could say the same thing. Had I been in your shoes, I don't know what I would be like today. I am very fortunate that I had, that my mom and dad are still married to each other, and they raised me like, a Norman Rockwell painting. And I played outside with kids and rode bikes, and no one was abusive. And we had, the whole regular, shebang, I guess, where we all ate dinner together every night. And that was my era too, Okay, so first of all, I started this out of a placemat that I got at the Dollar Tree. And originally when I bought these placemats, I said, I've seen people make placemats out of journals, and I'm going to try to do it. So I bought these placemats. I bought a bunch of these. I bought like 5 of them. They were on markdown. And I don't know if they were at Dollar General or Family Dollar, but I got them for like 50 cents. And I cut them down with my paper cutter, which I was really kind of surprised that worked. But it did. And then here's the first signature. So I used some cardstock, and I put, this is a pocket that Lisa from Made New to Great gave me. And I just put a few little punches here and there on it and some Wink of Stella. I stamped all the way through. What I did through first was I went through and I just stamped all the pages. This is coffee stain paper I made. This is scrapbook paper that I put through my printer. I made a little tag here with a button I tied into the trim. And this is a stamp and stamp. And then I just glued down some fabric and buttons and all kinds of stuff. This has nothing on the back. This is a punch and one of those Tim Holtz butterflies. And then this is just a little coin envelope. And then I have a lot of the K & Company butterflies, Tim Holtz butterflies, and then these are the, and Bo Bunny. I seem to have a butterfly theme going on here. Then this is a flip I made, and I just made a blank coordinating card for in there. Oh, and I stuck this in there. I forgot this was in here, this little tag, because it had a dragonfly on it, and that one had a dragonfly, so I thought that would be fun. I should put a little string on here. I found this on the floor when I was cleaning earlier, so I'm going to use this to make a tiny tag for that. So let me stick that in there. I'll go back and do that later. Okay, and then on the string in the center of the signature, I punched out little butterflies and stuck to it. And this is a flip up. And then that's a butterfly punch and some buttons. I just threaded gray string through the yellow button and yellow string through the gray button. And then this is pretty plain. I didn't really put anything on these. I thought whoever got the journal could do that. And these are some of the Prima flowers that you buy in the can at Hobby Lobby. I just layered them up. And then this is where I have a vellum envelope that when I get all done, I'll show you. When I get all done with the journal, I'm going to put any large spare pieces of paper and stuff in this vellum envelope so that whoever gets it can make coordinating things if they want to. And then this is just white cardstock. I left it fairly plain. And then these are little those little Tim Holtz found items. But I like the white against the coffee stain paper. Again, just stamped along the edge. I love tiny stamps. I think they make great borders. So if you just turn it, you know, up and then backwards and then up and backwards, it'll make a pattern. And then this was a ribbon that has been cut into white butterflies. And I tried to dye it coral with my red and my orange. And what happened is it became kind of tie-dyed. So I thought that looked cool. So that wasn't how I meant to do it, but I thought it looked kind of neat, so I left it. What are you going to do? I glued it down. And then these, I just made 2 of the same tag, and I took index cards because this paper was really thin, but I liked the fact that it was kind of pink and had that dirty, grungy look. So I just put index cards, glued it to index cards, and cut it down to make it stronger. This is one of those little Recollections decorative bobby pins that I had sent a pack of those to Mary Beth. She won bingo. And then that's the end of the first signature. And I didn't really, I decided not to decorate the covers or the backs. If the owner wants to do that, that's fine. This is one of those little dangle balls, but since it's glass, I went ahead and used glossy accents and a couple beads to glue it on. So it's actually not going to dangle, but the stuff inside is still going to move around because it can. So, but I didn't want it to get broke. This is an envelope I made with coffee stain paper, and I blotted it with some coral paint. And then I just stuck a card in here I stuck a little flower to it. It's plain paper that I rounded the edges. And then I made a little tuck spot because those little cardboard pieces, I don't know where I got those, but they're really, really stiff. So it makes like a nice tuck spot for something. Then I just punched out a couple flowers and added black buttons to kind of contrast to the black and pull the yellow over here. So everything kind of coordinated. That's washi tape. And I just glued some bling on. I put a lot of washi tape through here. I left this area kind of plain for the owner to kind of play with that. Here's the another page of that paper I ran through the printer to print lines on. And then in this pocket, I did a wraparound pocket on this. And this is a page from a seed catalog. So I thought that was cool. And then in here, I just cut out a piece of craft paper so that can be used for a card. You could actually make a card and give it away and still put an address on the back, because I did not do anything to that. I thought that might be fun for the owner to give away. And then I just cut a piece of card and another piece of card. This is from the first signature, and I just aged it up at the top and around the edges to kind of make that yellow bow pop so that it caught your eye. And then this is just some of the leftover paper and a little bling in one of those flowers. I love her. I can't think of her name right now. She's a silent film star, but her downloads are free, so you can print her out anytime and use her for anything, because a lot of her pictures are not copyrighted because of the year they were taken. This is the other half of that pocket. I just actually wrapped it around the edge of the page because these were so thin. I put a stamp here, washi tape, one of the Kane Company flowers. I put this piece of gold lace that I just cut out and stamped the bottom of the card. And then I added a little pearl flat back and a button. I did the same thing to these. I just trimmed the corners and stamped them to be like journaling cards. I made this envelope out of the Dollar Tree craft paper. And then I found this and I thought it was pretty. So I put Wink Estella on here to add some glitter and a matching ribbon. And then this lady, she's also a free printable. And then I layered up some Prima flowers, and that's one of those Bo Bunny buttons. And then I just stuck some journaling cards in here that I made. These are just 2 envelopes glued together, and then more flowers. These are recollection flowers and a stamp, and I just glued down some lace and some fabric, and that's a Kane Company bird. And this doily actually was on a Happy Mail that Maria gave me. And on the back of it, it was really cute paper, but it has like ice cream cones and stuff, but the colors didn't match. So I used the back of it because it was white, because it was such a pretty die cut. Look at the edges of that. Can you see all the little flowers on that die cut? I think that is so pretty. So I put red on the edge, and then I did orange kind of towards the center. Or well, it's more pinky. It's that watermelon. And then I put that flower. And because this paper's so thin, I went ahead and wrapped some washi around the edges of it. And then this, I just glued an envelope down. I ended up cutting the top off. I wrapped some of this. I love this. This is cork ribbon. Have you ever seen that? I never saw that, right? And let me show you this ribbon I found. Okay, so I bought it, I don't know. I bet I bought it 6 months ago, maybe. I don't know, really, because my memory is horrible. But I had wanted it for something else, and I got it on clearance. This one's the silver. I bought a gold and a silver for 99 cents. But believe it or not, and this looks just like, can you see that? It looks just like cork, but it has like little pieces of silver in it. I tell you what, this was at Hobby Lobby. When you open it up, it's fabric backed, and it is so cool feeling. It feels like real cork. And so I ended up using some of these little cork hearts from Tuesday Morning. just to kind of pull the cork elements together. And I thought that was so stinking cute. And what I figured out was if you sew a zigzag stitch backwards with the presser foot down, you get this stitch. Look at this weird. See that if you pull it through real fast? That's the back side of a zigzag. So if you flip the paper over, it looks like a standard zigzag. But I only have 2 stitches. My machine is 1940s, okay? So it's older than me, but I have the white, and it has 2 stitches. It has literally a straight and a zigzag, so you can't really do much with it. But I was looking at the back, and I was like, the back kind of looks like a different stitch. And it does. It's not really a zigzag. It's where it's picking up that thread to zig, and then picking it back up to zag. Is that the technical word? Oh, I don't know, but isn't that cool? Oh, and then there's a little tag down here, and I think it gets lost, which is why I grabbed this off the floor instead of throwing it away. Look at me. I'm such a trash picker, but okay. I'm going to take this little piece of thread here and make I'm going to make a tiny little, I think this little tag in the corner gets lost. You can't see it because I put this huge flower over the top. But I think if I make a little string for it, yeah, that it won't get so lost. So, yeah, let's cut that off a little bit. Ugh. This stuff is just falling apart because I started pulling it apart. There. Okay, so now it's kind of more noticeable that it's a tag down there because I put a little string in it. I think because it was almost the same color as the paper, it got lost in my layering. And then over here I took the word bloom, I tore it out of the smaller print thesaurus. It says blossom, bud, flower, airage, blooming, fluorescent, glow, flush, rosy, radiant, luster. So many words for bloom. I put it on this little zigzag chevron paper, and because I had just stuck little flower punches all over. Oh, just gobs of flowers, just gobs of flowers. And I put brown, little brown bling in the middle of each one. And so I know people don't normally maybe look at the brown and go, oh, I love that color. I do. I do love this brown bling. And I used it to give her an earring on her and then give her a ring. So I think that is so cool. So that's that page. This Maria at Pink Crafty World made me this little bird, and she wrapped some little tiny raffia around it to like make a nest. Isn't that sweet? And then attached it on some tickets with this little bit of lace with that staple, and it's so cute. And this is a pocket I sewed terribly. Look at how bad I sew. Like seriously, that's my sewing. Okay, I don't care. I did it. I made it. I'm gonna manage. And then I just stuck a couple of cards in here, and I kind of feel like I want to stamp something up here. So what should we stamp here? Maybe a big flower, because we've got a flower here, so we could do a flower on the craft. Maybe a big whimsical flower, or a doily, or let me see what I've got here. I've got birds and bird cages. I don't know. Let's do, or we could do a word even. I've got beautiful. I've got dream, hope, smile, believe. I've got a lot of flowers in here. So I've got these flowers, which are kind of whimsical. I'm going to I've got this too. This is kind of pretty. And then I've got these words. We could do both. We could do a flower. We'll just do 2 different colors. That's what we're going to do. A bird cage. You know what? I do have bird cages. And yeah, because there's a bird over here. Oh my gosh, look at me. All right. I should look up more often at the chat. Is that bad that I get so used to being on when I'm on late at night, no one being in here, and I'm just talking to myself that I don't look up. All right, here's my birds. I have all my stuff divided by theme. I know this seems weird, but like I've got an embossing folder in here with a bird. I've got some die cuts of a bird. I have everything but my wood pieces. And it's just how my mind works. All right, so we've got some birds here. Here's a bird cage. Let me see. And I got this bigger bird cage. I cut my stamps apart too. I cut them apart to make them themed so that I can find them when I need them. Because, you know, every set I have has a bird cage in it here or there. Look at these little chubby birds. So, oh my God, I have like 5 bird cages. All right. So here's some little birds. So, there's a set of birds too. Okay, so let's do, we got these birds. If we're going to do a bird cage, let's put birds inside them. That there's a pair of them. So those birds are too big for that cage, aren't they? I guess he's going to have to be alone if he's in this cage. Oh, well, we'll just do an empty cage. That's fine. I'd rather see an empty cage anyway. I hate to see a bird stuck in a cage. Yeah, all these birds are too big. Okay, so which cage do we like? We could actually do all of them. We could just layer them on like they were on a table or something. That might be too much. Always go overboard. All right. So let's do the red again. So actually, I don't think these will stick out that much. Yeah. So let's do this big one and this little one are kind of different shapes. Oh no, these are the same. So let's put this round one with this one and this one with it. We'll just put 2 on each one. So let's do that. So the big one I'm going to do in the brighter color. Oh, that's pretty. That is so pretty. Oh, that's wrong. That goes with that. All right. And then let's do, that's not a bad idea. The grouping stamps by stuff by subject. You know, the thing is, if I'm going to do a bird theme page, I might need the die. I might need the stamp. I might need I'm going to overlap that a little bit back here. So I'm doing a gray. Hopefully it'll look like it's in the background because, no, not so much, but I did go ahead and overlap that cage. But when I'm doing a bird theme, I'm going to probably look for my bird embossing folder. I'm going to look for my bird, you know, this or my bird that. And if I put it all together, then I can go, oh, this is cute. Oh, I have this bird. And sometimes I forget, Jenny, you know, I'm not getting any younger, girl. And I forget what I have. If I have, I didn't realize I had 4 bird cages. I got 4 bird cages. All right, so let's put this one over here. Ooh, that one's really pretty. Look at that one. I think that one's from that Lost and Found collection recently. I had, you want to know something else I did too? Let me tell you what I did. Because of this whole YouTube thing, I made this. Let me see if I can pull it out here. I made me a little cheat sheet back here. And this is what I did. Let me close this up so I don't drag ink everywhere. Let me show you what I did when I decided to sort my stamps by subject. I took the covers so that I knew who made them and what collection they were from. Now, what this enabled me to do is, if somebody wants, like if somebody's specific and says, where'd you get that bird cage? I can go through here and say, okay, that little bird cage, see this little bird cage? The little bird cage is from this Tim Holtz mini collection of, what's this called? Little Things. And so he has all these little tiny things. You probably have this, Miss Miniature. But that way, if somebody really is adamant about, oh, I have to have that bird cage, I can go through here and find, and here it is. It is from the Lost and Found. But see, later I'm not going to remember that, but that first bird cage I stamped is from the Lost and Found. So what I did was I just took the card, stamped the whole thing on it before I cut it apart. And that way, later, here's the other bird cage. This one's from Nola Blanc. Anyway, so that way, if someone put a comment in a video and is really adamant that, oh, please, 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 can you tell me where you found this stamp? I can do that for them. And I think that's cool. You know, that I can cut them apart and just throw them all in here, and all my bird stuff is in one. Now, these are cheapo Dollar Tree bags, and I bought like $20 worth. And a couple of these little zippers have broke, but to tell you the truth, it's working out quite nice. I'm really surprised myself. I surprised even me. Okay, so here's the last bird cage we're going to do. And I think we're going to do it in sepia. I think it's up here. Let's try sepia. I did a red, and the sepia is kind of orangey, and I think on the yellow it'll look better. Look at this. I hope on the yellow it'll look better. It probably look bright orange, but I don't care. Let's see. Let's just see. Let me take that off because I just got ink on that. I should put them on a stamping block. Oh, that one's cute. Oh, I like that one. And you know what? You could put a tiny bird in there. We should put a word. I don't have any bird words. If I had the word fly, it would be in here. And I don't have the word fly. I haven't done my sentiments yet. I'm having a hard time with the sentiments. So I put like traditional sentiments in one envelope, which that all says like happy birthday, sympathy, happy anniversary, all that. And my Christmas stuff, of course, is separate in a separate, completely separate pile. But I do have these words that I pulled out like this, like beautiful. And so I actually need I need to make a Happy Thoughts envelope with just all these joyous words because I like using those. I wish I had the word fly, and I do have letter stamps though. Let's just make it. Let's make a word. I have these glass stamps and you can make anything with them. So let's make a word. You know, when you make pottery, this is how you stamp your mark on it. These, I don't know why mark crafters don't use them. I mean, probably because they're not cheap. They're like 20 bucks a set, but they're completely worth it because you can make any word. And it comes with multiple letters. See, like you get 2 E's and 2 A's, and these are a little stained up. But let's make fly. All right. So, obviously, I have not used that X ever. F, L, here's Y. Here's Y. Kind of hard to get apart though. All right. All right. See, they have these little things so they lock together. F, L, I. And you have to write your word backwards, right? So don't put it forward. All right, what color should I use? I think I'm going to do sepia on this one because I like it. I like it a lot. The difference is you can't push down very hard because the stamps don't stand up very high because they're pottery stamps. So you have to be very kind of nimble with them. There we go. I'm just going to do this one on sepia too. Actually, no. Let's do this. Empty bird cage. Fly. Fly, fly. All right. These are by, you know what? I used to know where I got them. I've recently got these, a set of these numbers, same manufacturer, like stamp tags and stuff with, but I don't remember who sold them to me now. But I want to say they were on Etsy, I think. Check on Etsy. But you know what? These are not under rubber stamps. These are under glass stamps, pottery stamps. For when you do like glazing and stuff, that's how you make your maker's mark on it. So, all right, so let's stick these in there. Just a little piece of this. All right, so that page is kind of done. I kind of feel like now I want like a little nest. So let me look in here because I do have, again, in my Michaels stuff, I have everything divided by flowers, birds, and butterflies and other. So let me look in my bird box in here and see what I've got. Because I know there's a nest in here. These are birds and bugs. Anything with a bug on it. A combination. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, cool. Look at this. This little flat banner thing. I don't know where that came from. Oh, here's a little nest. There's a little grasshopper. Oh, look at this. Oh, I forgot I had these. Oh, look at this. Let's get this out. And then what else? Here's a nest, I bet. There's a nest. I knew I had some bird stuff in here. The problem is closing that when you get done. And all these fell out the crack. Okay, so here's a little nest. I kind of want to tuck that with the blue theme. I love the fact that I have these yellow-bellied birds here. That's going to go perfect. We can tuck it under the petal. Like, look at this. I don't know. I kind of want to put this on here. I kind of want to make a tuck and a tuck. We should stick this. Should we stick this on here? I think we should. Let's just staple it. We're just going to staple it on there. Because it's so cool. Let's staple that on there, and then we can leave it hanging outside the pocket. What do you think of that? All right, and then let's layer this kind of. I wonder if I could fit it under here. Can I get it under? Just barely. Ooh, I can. Holy moly, Dana. Good thing I'm not that good at getting glue all the way to the edge. I have a new bottle of art glitter glue. I'm thrilled. I love this stuff. And these little yellow-bellied birds are perfect for my third yellow item. You know, they say you should have three items. So I've got this yellow card, and then this, and this. Oh, I love it. Do I sound like Fran Drescher when I go, oh, I love it. I sound like Family Guy mom, you know, when I talk through my nose. Hi, Sue. Yeah, oh, I love it. Oh, Peter. All right. So there's a nest. There's my imitation. That's my impression for the night. I won't be doing that again. Or for the boarding. My kids think that's funny. They're always like, Mom, do it. Mom, do it. Should I put that bird on there too? Or is that too much? Yeah, I love glossy accents too. I love glossy accents. Have you used this method on your glossy accents yet? I know you got a grandbaby on the way. You're going to have plenty of these silicone nipples around. This is how I keep it from clogging. If you don't know about this, go check out the video. It will not clog. This works. Is that she go, oh, Peter. This works like a charm. My kids think that is hilarious, by the way. They're just like, Mom, do it. Do the voice. I'm like, oh my God. They used to make me do it for their friends. They're like, Mom can do Lois. I'm like, stop. He did. My kid used to too, but he didn't actually sound like him at all. You fell asleep watching For You to come back yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry. My son got poison ivy, and he's allergic to it. So when he gets poison ivy, he gets like deathly ill. I don't know why. And he was like, Mom, I knew as soon as I grabbed it, I picked it up with my hand. They were clearing some property. They went to cut down some trees, and he was, he cleared a little area out by the tree where they're gonna, they're gonna use the chainsaw. So he's pulling vines off it, and he knew as soon as he touched it, he was like, there was nowhere to wash my hands. And I was like, why wouldn't you take your gloves? He said, I forgot. Anyway, he's such a mess. Like his eyes are swelling closed. So I have to go take him over, get his prescription. He'll get some steroids. And then I took him already like some witch hazel and some Epsom salts and things, over the counter stuff he has. But okay, so this is what we did. This little bird Maria gave me started it all. Jenny suggested some bird cages, and I found some stamps. So I stamped a few bird cages, and then I found this little flag banner in my Michael's embellishment boxes. And so I stuck that in there, and then I found this little thing, which is cool. It's a clothing manufacturer ad from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It's got 2 little yellow-bellied birds and a little nest full of blue eggs, which I think is perfect. I kind of want to take this off. I feel like this doesn't go. Oh, and I changed the charm up. Look at this. I put a Christmas ornament on it. Can you see this big red dangle? I put a Christmas ornament on my chunky charm for for the journal. Is that wood? Is that weird? What about your wood cages? He will. I told him, I was like, don't you think at your age, as many times as you've had this poison ivy reaction, and it's severe. He does it every 6 months because he's a doofus. He's like, well, we went camping, and I'm like, you're an idiot. My son, chip off the old block, because he's just like me, and he gets in a hurry, doesn't pay attention, is what it is. But you would think I told him, look it up. He said, I know what it looks like. I said, well, I would print out a big picture and put it on your wall so that you never not know what poison ivy looks like. Okay, so look at this. We kind of worked backwards. I had this craft paper out of that printed pad of craft paper, and I love the letters on it. And look at this. I stamped Own Your Story. And look at this. It says, I tore out several of these out of my large print thesaurus. It says jot, to write, note, scribble, and record. Journal or diary, to almanac, chronicle, record, periodical, publication, newspaper, magazine, daily. Then it says journalist, columnist, commentator. Then it says journey, trip, tour, excursion, jaunt, travel. So I tore out all 4 of these words: jot, journal, journalist, and journey, and then just trimmed it down perfect to fit this paper bag. And then I just used my pinking shears to cut a cute edge on that paper, because I don't think it needs that much. And I stamped this typewriter. So didn't that come out cute? And then over here, I'm not going to do much over here because I already have this journaling card for whoever gets it. And I have this and I have this. So I kind of feel like we're at the end of the second signature, and I want to leave some space for them to work in it. So I feel like the second signature is complete now. So we're going to go on to the third signature. I feel like this is done. I love these stamps. I put in this sticker and this little butterfly clip. And then I made these journaling cards. I just punched with the pretty edge punch and put some of those Dollar Tree flowers. And then this, I went ahead and added some thread. I threaded gray thread through the button, and I added a gray flower to kind of pull out, because there seemed to be like a lot of gray in here. And then I hit this little square with Wink Estella, so it's got some sparkle. So I kind of feel like that's done. And then I just stamped. I just used ghost stamping on the back so that you could still write on it. And then for this one, I did the same thing. I used a script stamp and just ghosted it on the back. And then I hit this with my stickles because you know I love my stickles. So I colored all the orange flowers in with stickles, all the orange cabbage roses. And then this was already pre-printed. And then I stuck this orange card in here and punched a little, I should edge that though, huh? You think that's getting lost? Because I think sometimes a busy print gets a little lost. Do you think I should edge it? Let's edge it just to make it pop. What color? No, what color? Let's try this. You know what? I have this glitter jelly roll. This is in what is this in? It doesn't say. It doesn't say, but it's one of the glitter sets of jelly rolls. So let's try it because I bet it would look really cool with the pink and the orange and the corals. And this is metallic glitter. I think anytime you have a small item with a busy pattern, it can get lost, the shape of it, if it's not emphasized with something more solid. So there we go. Now you can see it a little bit better, don't you think? Because of that, because I edged around with that pink metallic glitter. I love my jelly rolls. God, I'm so obsessed with it. I'll blow on it and make sure it's dry. Now see it shine? Watch when it hits the light, because they're the metallic ones. Ah, shiny. Can you see? Isn't that pretty? Ooh, I love it, love it, love it. All right. So then we have a big butterfly button. I feel like this is done too. I feel like this page is done too. So let's go on. Let me make sure this is dry. No, it's not dry. Let me leave it out just in case. Okay, this page needs a lot of help. I made one of those. I made the ice cream cone paperclip. So this is a pink and red one. And this was the flip that I decided to put these papers in that Maria gave me. But I think we should just make a tearaway. Don't you think we should make a tearaway? You know what that is, right? Where we just put a staple in the top and you can tear one page off at a time. Because that's what we should do. Because that way, if you're tossing your journal around, these don't fly out. And you know what we could do? We could alternate the camper with the hot air balloon. Let's take this off. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So let's do camper, hot air balloon, camper, hot air balloon. Sorry. I guess I could have done this off camera and it would have been quicker. But I really feel like this color is so perfect for this journal that I wanted it to be included. Okay, so I have a couple left that we'll just put those at the back. Okay, so we could do a tearaway. Actually, we could staple a tearaway in and then tuck it in here. I forgot I had this tuck spot down here, so let's do that. So, should I use the tiny attacher? Let's get the little. I'm gonna use this. Yeah. Oh my gosh. This thing doesn't staple if you have too many pages, does it? Not my hammer. I had to have a floral hammer because I raised boys. You know, your boys will permanently borrow your tools, right? And I didn't say steal, but they will permanently borrow all your electronics and your tools. Girl, let me tell you. Okay, so this needs something still. So how's that? You like that? So there's a tearaway in here that if you need a piece of paper, you can just tear it off, right? And I really love the hot air balloons. Do you want to stamp some balloons? We could stamp some balloons on here. I really should have probably stamped everything beforehand. If I would have thought of, used my head at all when I was gluing this stuff in, I just got all excited. I was like, ooh, let me stick this here. Let me stick this there. All right, so this is my food theme stamp. I grabbed the wrong one. Yeah. All right, so here's my travel stamps. Let's find a couple balloons. So here is, I got a balloon here. And I got a balloon here. And all right, 3 balloons is enough, right? We don't need more balloons, do we? Let's see, that's kind of pretty. Yeah, okay. So let me set this over here. All right, so I already put this big flower on it though. So I kind of feel like that. Let's put one of these little ones over here. I kind of feel like I messed it up. Let me put something stiff back here behind it. Let me get this time card and stick over here. To make a flat surface. I'm gonna stamp a balloon down here. Or actually, let's put it on the edge. Let's put it over here. Your tools aren't good enough. I know, mine aren't now. I'm talking about when they're little. Yeah, my son has like nice stuff now. I'm sure his stuff's a lot better than mine now because he's Mr. Fix-It. He's very, my other son probably doesn't have a screwdriver, but my older son, he's all about, let's put a little one up here. Oh, I forgot to put my time card back here. Get my time card. Because this all be lumpy up here. This is why I like to stamp a lot of my stuff before I tie everything, before I sew everything together. Oh my gosh, Dana. I'm going to put this all the way back. I shouldn't have put it on the block, huh? Ah. Let me take it off the block. Now this is when it becomes a pain because you already stamped it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that even came out. That's cray. Okay. Let me wipe this off. And then let's put the big balloon, I guess, over here. And we'll do it in a different color because I don't necessarily want another red balloon. So we'll do this probably, I guess we'll do the big one inside this cover and black. Yeah. And then we'll do this little one over here. How's that sound? Does that sound good? I got 4 balloons. I'm kind of surprised. I didn't realize I had that many, but I got 2 in one set recently. So, Where goes my black? Oh, we got green too. I guess we can do green. Since there's a lot of green on there, I am thinking about black. Okay, Dana, what'd you do with your black stamp pad? Oh, for heaven's sakes. Here it is. Here's my little one. I got my one. That's all I need. Okay. All right, let me test this over here. I don't know if I ever used this one or not. Oh, that's so cool. I like this. I kind of feel like I should put something behind it. Let's put our tear away, our paper tear away. Good job, Dana. You're on the wrong side of your block. My ink's probably drying up as we speak. Let's put this down a little bit. Cool. You like that balloon? I like it. I like it a lot. Alrighty. Put that back. Then the big one, the Mac Daddy balloon, is here. And this we can actually lay on the desk and stamp. Kind of. Because there's this behind it. Oh, brother. Okay, so this may or may not come out. I kind of feel like I should probably take it up, just take it off the block and go for it. Do you think? Oh, that's Jenny. I'm sorry, Sue. This is Jenny. Jenny, this is Sue. All righty. All right, so that's enough balloons, I think, for one day, right? Okay. So let's put the balloons up. Let's put the rest of these. I forgot to put my jelly roll up. You know, my area is so small. If I don't put everything up each time I use it, then, well, number one, I go crazy. And number two, I create a huge mess. So there we are. Okay. So we've got some balloons going on, and we've got some balloons on the paper, which is fun. So we got that whole travel theme going. Why don't we look and see if we can find balloon in the thesaurus? Because, or even fly. What? Oh, crap. I've got a paint can under my desk to prop my foot on. And I just knocked my paint can over. Let's see what fly says. F-L. Flighty. Well, let's keep going. Flister. Fly. Travel through the air. Pilot a plane. Wing. Take care. Okay. Oh, I like it. Okay, I like that. Let's do my other one. Let's do my large print. Where did I put it? Because that one's a little bit different for some reason. It's like a little kid's. So sometimes it's a little simpler or just more. I think the kids' stuff is more inspiring. I don't know why. Oh, yeah, it doesn't really. It doesn't really have. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong. I'm not. That's right. So it doesn't really have much. It has flee, escape, retreat, withdraw. I don't like that. So let's do the adult version of fly. And it's right next to Fly by Night, which is weird, isn't it? This book is so old and so yellowed already. I really don't have to. I don't have to age it. Okay, so we're gonna put the fly there. And we're gonna look for some paper. Let's see. Do I have? Let me see in my scraps. I bet I've got some maroon paper. You can back that on. And we'll edge it in black to kind of pull the whole thing together. Oh, are you kidding me? All right, I have to get my, oh, look, I found there's that homemade postcard that's supposed to be in there that I made with coffee stain paper and my stamp. That's supposed to be in there somewhere. Let me look into my drawer here because I'm going to have to get out some more paper. So, oh my God, these are so heavy. This is my fall paper. So let me find, you know what? That's right. Oh my gosh, how lucky am I? Is that the same? Oh my gosh. Oh. Let me get my file cabinet. If this file cabinet ever tips over, this whole desk is going to go. It's all going to go. Okay, so let's do a little bit larger than we need, just for the sake of argument here. Should we tear this little white margin off a little bit so it looks even? Yes. Let's do that. Travel through the air, pilot a plane, wing, take the air, take off, soar, glide, sail, coast, swoop, flutter, wave. Oh, I love this one. I love these words. Let me get my little finger dabber here. No, gray and black look very much alike. So I'm always trying to be careful not to get my black and my gray mixed up. All right, and I'm just going to barely touch the edges here because this paper is so fragile and so thin It'll soak up that dye too much and make it look a little too cloudy. Alrighty then, and we're going to call this page done in a second too. Oh darn it, I got glue boogers on here. And of course, I didn't put my pen back in, so it's probably clogged. Oh, it's not. Yay. God, I love this stuff. Alrighty. So back to the rules of three. I've got two reds over here to pull the red out from here. I've got the white over here to kind of break up, you know, white on craft. So hopefully it draws your eye all around the page. I hope. I don't know. I kind of want to put something on top of that, like a little bow or something, but you can't. If it's a tearaway, you can't do it. So this is dry now, so we'll put this back in, get the time card out. I don't know where this postcard goes. I think we'll stick it in here. Let's just put it down in here for now, in this little bag. No, that's not going to fit. It's too skinny. And that's definitely skinnier. So let's put it over here. Oh no, let's put it on the page with the blue lady. Where's the blue lady? Where's she at? Where is she at? Actually, we could probably put it in there too, but I kind of want it on the page with that, with the lady with the blue, with the envelope flip and a little button. Is that weird? Do I want that there? There. Yeah, because that's got kind of the same color that this stamp has. Is that weird that I want that in there? I don't know. Okay, so we're about done. We're done. Well, I'm going to call that done. And I'm going to stop here because this is just a mess. Like, I don't know how I'm going to salvage this mess yet. There's a lot to be done here. Yeah, I don't know where to start on this ugliness, because this really did not turn out at all how I like, but it's got the basic bones to be good pages. They just aren't yet. They just aren't there yet. So Jenny, I made a waterfall in the back, and instead of using pictures, I used index cards, and I just made a 1-inch mark up my page and put the washi tape on the second line of each card and wrapped it around so that there'll be a place to journal in the back. Then I just trim the edges off so they're all even. And I made an index card waterfall. So weird. More places to write. And then I did stick this bag of stuff on the back. I forgot that I had some spare paper back here. I wasn't really sure what to do with some of these because they turned out not as pretty as I wanted. So I stuck them back here. But we have to make a new closure for this. I'm gonna pause right there in this process because I want to make the hair tie dealio isn't working anymore. It's just not. So I found this. You know, I love that gold, and it's got a little tiny bit of give to it, but I love this little gold lace. So I grabbed a piece of it, and we're just going to cut this in half. Because I love it, and it's a nice thick piece. And we're just going to tie it up with this. All right, I'm going to lay this out here. I guess I could have got my long scissors to do this. My singers. Eyelets on each side. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Or at least one, you know. At least one something. Or maybe on the edges, you think, on like the edge of the front and the edge of the back. Let me put this. I'll spray it. So what I was thinking, generally, I was thinking more like boho, you know, where you just wrap it around and just tie it, because I'm not fancy. And this started out to be a plastic placemat from the dollar store. So I kind of feel like, look at this. Did you see this that I made? I love this. Let me pull it out here. This is one of my favorite things. In the back, I took one of those tiny, I bet Jenny has some of these miniature bulldog clips. I love these little bulldog clamps. I think these are from like Heidi Swap. And what I did was I took it off. If you squeeze it, it's kind of hard, and I'm not that strong in my hand, but if you squeeze it, you can take that little clip off the side, and I made a charm for it. So then you just put it back in those little holes after you do whatever to it, whatever you're going to do. Just squeeze it. Done it. I should make Thad do that when I take them out and put them back, because I break my nails on them all the time. But my nails don't look all that great right now anyway, because I've been doing them myself. So, probably not the best journal closure ever. So I just clamped this on this last page. I clamped it on the front and left one side flipped up, and then I just put the other side down so it doesn't stick out, so that there's like a little charm up here sticking out the top, which I thought was kind of cool. Dana. She ain't in that late. Listen, when my nails hit it, I'm going to put the gold side out so you can kind of see that better. Yeah, it's getting that alligator mouth where it's bigger and bigger and bigger. But it is pretty chunky, isn't it? But I swear I love all these odd things, and I did not use any chain on this. This is all made of string or yarn or some sort of thing that's not a charm. There's no chain here. So I love these little buttons on here too. I picked out these little buttons, and I put all kinds of, this is a Christmas Sue. Do you believe that? This is a Christmas decoration to hang on your tree. I put one on because I thought it was pretty. I was like, yeah, I want that. I want that on my journal. I guess Kim was asking me about this too. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? I don't have an Etsy anymore. So I think we'll have to do either a bingo, like another Friday bingo one Friday, or just do like a drawing, a contest, and give it away. This goes in here, and this goes in here. I love these vellum envelopes. They sound so crinkly and they're so cool. You know what? No, I'm not going to put that on there. So my next journal is going to be super easy. I'm going to come on in a little bit, and I decided to not do a sewing binding. I'm going to do a quick, easy beginner journal that anybody can make. And so that's going to be my project for today, because I'm kind of sick of working on that journal that I just put up. I'm kind of over it now. So, you know, when you first make them, you're like, oh, I'll never be able to give it away. And when you get done, you're like, please take it, because you're sick of decorating and doing stuff. Look at these, though. I got to stick some of these in there. Well, thanks for coming by, ladies. It was super fun. I'm glad you could join me. And I have some antique looking red gem dangle earrings that would look beautiful on this journal. I can put them in an envelope. Oh, that's so sweet. I have something for you too, actually. But I don't want to show you and ruin the surprise. But I found some wood pieces that scream Jenny, and I found a tiny little die that I'm going to send you. So, but yeah, that sounds neat. I love broken and used jewelry. I recycle it all of the time. I have tons and tons of broken jewelry right now to take apart. So I have like a whole pie pan full. But you guys, I do got to run because I've been drinking all this coffee and I'm going to pee my pants. So thanks for coming. Thanks so much, Sue. Thanks so much, Jenny. Good to see you guys. Love you. Have a good day. I'll be back later. Bye.